One positive thought in the morning can change your whole day. Good morning, dear students, and welcome back to our English grammar class. Dear students, in our previous video, we have started with a lesson number 1, the sentence, and in which we have seen what is a sentence and kinds of sentences according to function, in which we have seen only two types of sentences, that is declarative and interrogative sentences. Now in this video we will see imperative sentences and exclamatory sentences and kinds of sentences according to structure, and we will also see what is a phrase and a clause. Children, let us see what is an imperative sentence. Children, imperative sentences are those sentences which express a request, a command, or a piece of advice. For example, don't touch the wire. Handle it with care. Now children, let us see what are exclamatory sentences. Children, these sentences express sudden emotions and feelings. We also put an exclamation mark at the end of the exclamatory sentences. For example, what a wonderful painting. After this sentence, we can see an exclamation sign over there. And another sentence is, what a lovely idea it is. Now children, let us move on to kinds of sentences according to structure. So children, according to structure, sentences can be classified into three kinds. First is simple sentences, second compound sentences, and third one is complex sentences. Let us see them one by one. So first is simple sentences. Children, a simple sentence is also known as independent clause, as a simple sentence has only one independent clause in it. It has a subject and a verb and conveys the complete sense. For example, she is learning to swim. Father bought a new car. Now children, in these two sentences, the meaning of both the sentences is very clear and conveys complete sense. Children, let us move on to the second type of sentence, which is compound sentences. Now children, compound sentences are those sentences which has two or more independent clauses. Okay, and the independent clauses, both these independent clauses are joined by a coordinating conjunction, and coordinating conjunctions are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Children, it is very easy to learn these conjunctions by using an acronym known as fanboys. Let us see the example, children. I like tea, but she likes coffee. Now, I like tea and she likes coffee. They both are independent clauses and are joined by a coordinating conjunction but. Now, children, let us move on to complex sentences. A complex sentence has an independent clause and one or more dependent clause. The two clauses are joined by a subordinating conjunctions such as because, that, when, who, where, therefore, although, even though, since, etc. For example, she went out for a walk although it was raining. Now here, she went out for a walk is an independent clause and it is joined with the dependent clause, that is it was raining, with a help of a subordinating conjunction, that is although. Now children, let us move on to our next topic, that is phrases. Children, phrase is a group of words that conveys some sense but not complete sense. Children, a phrase does not have a subject or a verb or both. For example, a gang of thieves, a beautiful dress. Children, these groups of words make sense but not complete sense. Children, let us see what is a clause. Children, a clause is a group of words that conveys some sense but not complete sense. Children, a clause is a group of related words which has a subject and a verb. Children, there are two types of clauses. First is independent clause and the another one is dependent clause. Now children, let us see independent clauses. Children, clauses which conveys complete meaning and can stand alone are called main or independent clauses. Now, dependent clauses are those clauses which depend on independent clauses to convey complete sense are called dependent clauses. For example, Mr. Jones asked him a question but he did not know the answer. Now in this sentence, children, Mr. Jones asked him a question is an independent clause as it can stand alone because it conveys complete meaning. On the other hand, the other part of the sentence, that is, but he did not know the answer, it is a dependent clause because it does not convey complete meaning. It depends on the first part of the sentence to make a complete sense. That's why it is known as dependent clause. Hope you have understood the lesson, children. Thank you. Have a nice day.